This is Reporters Project, where we assess the impact of policies and politics on the common man. The Bombay High Court has dismissed the petitions challenging the tree authority's decision to cut some 3,000 trees in the Aarey forest. This decision will dampen the spirits and perhaps even incense the diverse bunch of people who've got together to stop this. Over the past few months, students, activists, tribal residents of Aarey colony have all banded together to resist this effort. Earlier in the year, we saw a similar action, citizen-led action, against the proposed coastal road in Mumbai. Well, that matter is also in the court. But what's really interesting, and the focus of this story by Radhika Ramaswamy, is just how Mumbaikars are actively engaging with each other and using all the legitimate means at their disposal to decide on what kind of city they want to live in.
Angry, fiery and resolute, Mumbai citizens, young and old, students and working class, tribals and townies have come together to save the city's last green lung, the Aarey forest, spread over 1,280 hectares. This unprecedented citizens' movement has taken centre stage this past month, and the government has been forced to notice.
People came out in huge numbers. The next thing that we had to do, that just keep up the momentum. And that is why we kind of capitalized on the anger and on the energy that the citizens are having, and went on consistently with weekends of protest. And we saw that we have almost completed a fourth protest as well, and we have seen thousands of people coming out. Now, while this is happening, we have also noticed that the government and the MMRCL and the different agencies of the government are up in arms to actually combat all the pressure that they are facing from the citizens. And it's also becoming very difficult for the government to do anything wrong right now, because it is purely a citizens' movement. It's not a political party coming out.
Youngsters like Nishant have been going door to door to colleges and offices, running signature campaigns and mobilizing people to be a part of the movement. They've also been challenging and countering the state government's assurances and justifications with hard facts.
We are doing it. We know how important nature is. If 14-year-old Greta Thunberg can go to the UN and tell all the presidents on their face that you are messing up with nature, right? So we can also do that.
The most strong motivation is that of fear, that tomorrow the world that we will see 20 years down the line is not a world that is habitable, is not a world where we will be able to breathe freely, is not a world where we will be able to access clean drinking water, where a world that will be cool enough to survive even. 20 years down the line, what we see, what our generation sees, is a world that is dirty, toxic, hot, unbearably, suffocatingly hot.
The Save Aarey movement has been active since 2014, when the BMC first proposed to cut down 2,700 trees to accommodate the Mumbai Metro 3 car shed. It was galvanized last month when the BMC's tree authority approved the plan.
This is the Mithi River. One can see the water here, and on the other side the car shed construction is going on, and one can see the cement concrete mixture also, and the concrete, some thing they have made and kept it there. I would really like to ask this question to our city citizens, or the government offices, that is it so that in Mumbai during monsoon we will be able to survive by getting into a metro or coming by to metro car shed, or do we need our open spaces, floodplains and wetlands to protect the city from flooding?
The Bombay High Court on Friday dismissed petitions challenging the tree authority's decision to cut trees in Aarey forest. People are disappointed and angry. But they won't give up the effort to mobilize popular support, even as legal battle moves to the Supreme Court.
We're just hoping for they would see sense and be more conscious and more aware that we need the environment as much as anything else. We need air and oxygen, and if you're depriving us of that, you're depriving us of very fundamental rights of breathing and sleeping correctly. And it's disappointing that senior people don't see that.
This judgment is very unpredictable because the judge was ridiculing the government since last 15 days. He was commenting on ecology and economy, sensing from his comments. This judgment is very, very unpredictable and seems to be under the pressure of the government.
The Aarey Metro Carshed project is not the only infrastructure project that has got Mumbaikars to stand up for their rights. The 29-kilometer-long coastal road project is the other flashpoint. The 15,000 crore project was stalled last month after petitions by citizen groups were heard by the Bombay High Court that then stalled the project for the lack of proper environmental clearances. Nitesh Patil, a 34-year-old fisherman from Worli, Kolivada, is one of the petitioners. Thousands of fisher folk like him who live in this 200-year-old fishing village say the coastal road will wipe out their livelihood. Last year, the BMC started construction work and dumped soil along the coast, making it difficult for them to fish and destroying the habitat and breeding sites of fish.
BMC ने बताया जो इसमें पिटीशन जब भी फाइल किया था तभी उन्होंने कोर्ट में हाई कोर्ट में बताया कि ये सब मच्छी सब प्लांट करके लेके आए। जिंदा मच्छी उनके सामने उनके अधिकारी, फिशरीज के अधिकारी, सीएमफआरए के अधिकारी सब थे, उनके सामने जिंदा मच्छी पकड़ा। तो भी बोल रहे हैं कि ये पूरा एरिया में फिशिंग एक्टिविटी नहीं है। माउंट मेरू टू राजभवन रॉकी एरिया है, तो जो रॉकी एरिया में जो क्वालिटी फिश मिलते हैं जिसका प्राइस कांस्टेंट रहता है वो मच्छी हम लोग को मतलब ये एरिया में ज़्यादातर प्रमाण में मिलता है। जो भी अभी हम लोग का फ़िशिंग चालू हो गया, तो फ़िशिंग ये चालू होने के बाद जो शुरुआत में हम लोग प्रियदर्शनी पार्क में जो लॉबस्टर पकड़ते वो पूरा उन्होंने अभी उधर भराव डाल के पूरा वो बर्बादी किया।
The 8-lane project was being built by reclaiming land to connect Nariman Point in South Mumbai to Borivali in the north through the Worli Sea Link that passes within a few hundred meters of the Kolivada. Activists who had sought a reprieve from the court say the BMC has been denying the existence of any kind of marine life or biodiversity or even the existence of traditional fishing along the coast.
They say that the fishermen can then transition to fishing in the deeper seas, or they say that they can be rehabilitated or compensated. But one needs to understand that this is a activity that they have been practicing in the shallow waters for generations. Their techniques, their skills, their nets and gear have also been adapted to the specific conditions of the coast, and it's not very easy for them to transition. So I think one needs to really understand the traditional fishing practices and how they are adapted to this terrain to be able to understand that it's impossible for them to transition.
Since the coastal road will alter the city's coastline dramatically, many feel the city will become even more vulnerable to natural disasters. Even the purported benefit of easing traffic congestion on roads, they say, will be of little consequence.
BMC's estimates are that it's going to cater to 60,000 commuters, cars per day. So I mean, if you assume 1.2 passengers per car, you're talking about 82,000 people per day on the coastal road. Now, this is a minuscule fraction of the number of trips in the city every day. It's probably the most expensive car-only project built anywhere in the country, and one really wonders, in a city where still about 60%, 62% of people use public transport, public modes of travel, why would the city spend that kind of money to cater to, say, 1.5% of the ridership?
It's not just the resident fishermen along the coastline who have opposed the project, but also residents in the Tony South Mumbai areas of Nepean Sea Road and Reach Kandy.
On my left side, there is an area called Skendal Point,
which has been kept reserved for almost 12 years for this purpose, that in future if there is an interchange, it will come from that part. Now suddenly they don't want to take an interchange from that part. Similarly, on my right side, there is a collector's land. From there they can take a road to the parking lot which has been planned, and one of the arms which will take back the traffic to the coastal road going towards Nepean Sea Road. Unfortunately, all these three things have not been considered. In spite of our repeated pleas, repeatedly talking to the officers, they actually insulted us. They never bothered to listen to us. So we decided the only way open was to file a case in the High Court. Our contention is very simple: save Tata Garden at all costs. Interchange should go from either the northern and the southern end and divide it into two parts, so that the garden and 300 trees are saved. This is our intention. This is the way forward for us, and we will fight for it.
Different people, with very different interests, environmental groups, fishermen, as well as local residents, have managed to come together. In all, there was a total of 6 petitions that were filed in the High Court, and somehow we managed to stop the project. We are still awaiting the decision of the Supreme Court, but so far we think that it's a remarkable victory and for the citizens, as it has been a project of, a mega project which has been stopped entirely by public action and public awareness. So I think this is something which in itself is remarkable.
While the coastal road is the pet project of the Shiv Sena, the BJP is keen on the metro car shed in Aarey. Sena, along with the opposition, has strongly opposed the car shed project and has been using this to corner its senior ally. While the issue may not have been a deal breaker for the alliance in the elections, many citizens are hoping that environment will be a deciding factor for voters in the upcoming elections.
The battle to save Aarey's trees will continue in the Supreme Court. Now, will these issues matter as Mumbaikars vote on October 21st? Well, I certainly hope so. It's really high time that Mumbai got what it deserved from the political parties that have had the opportunity to run this city and the state of Maharashtra. I'm Anuradha Sengupta. On behalf of everyone working on this show, we thank you very much for watching us, and festive greetings to you.